When you own a Ford, you tend to work on it a lot. And because you work on it so much, that means you buy a lot of parts. And because you spend so much money on those parts, that leaves very little money for the tools you need to use to replace those parts. So then you find yourself going and buying cheap tools from places like Harbor Freight. But even then, Harbor Freight tools are getting way too expensive. So now you find yourself going online looking for the cheapest possible deal you can get on the tools you need to get the job done. And after you poke around the internet long enough, you find yourself looking at tools on Temu. Temu? Shamu? Shampoo. They sell shampoo. This place. And after looking around, you're like, dang, these are some hot deals. This fits my broke ass budget. I like these prices. So then before you know it, you end up buying a whole bunch of cheap Temu tools thinking you're doing yourself any favors. But are you? I had to find out myself, so I've ordered myself some Temu tools straight off the boat. And we're going to go ahead and see if these tools here and this tool here are actually worth the money you spend, that you don't spend. You spend money? Yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So I have these two tools I bought from Temu. The first tool we're going to take a look at is this right here. This is a industrial endoscope. You know, a little camera you can stick in places that's hard to reach, hard to see, in order to see. I've been wanting one of these bad boys for a while, but they can get expensive. I paid less than $30 shipped straight to my door for this. So how bad can it really be? I guess we're gonna have to find out. The box, well, the box has seen better days. Definitely not the best condition. It's been tossed around, thrown around. Hell, this was even shipped to me in a bag, not even another box. But let's not that discourage us from opening it up. So we open it up and here we go. What do we got? Well, here is the main tool itself. And then we got a bunch of, what is this? It's like little clips and things. I'm not sure what they're for, but they're there. We have a USB charging cable and industrial endoscope manual. We don't need that where we're going. So we're gonna pull our Temu device out here, and first impressions, well, it definitely feels like a less or inexpensive product, I should say. It's light in the hands, but the plastic does feel good. It's a nice, like, plastic. There's hardly any flexing or creaking or cracking. Like, it feels nice. It just, there's no weight to it. But I guess there doesn't have to be, right? Now, unfortunately, for $30, or less than, rather, you don't get too much functionality other than essentially a camera on the end of a stick with a screen. There's no record functionality. There's no motorized head on the end. But that doesn't necessarily matter. This is perfect for like the everyday, you know, wrencher who just needs to get stuff done. Right out of the box, I wonder if this even has charge. Ooh, endoscope. Ooh, hey, we got a picture. Oh. Yep. Uh-huh. See, look, that looking pretty good. You ever wanted to see what your nostrils look like? This is great. I suppose you could stick this in other orifices. So far, so good. It's got some interesting functionality, like, what's this button do? Oh, this just controls the brightness of the LED on the camera head. Okay, well, that's cool. Oh, it's got a zoom feature. Oh, that's nice. You can zoom in a little bit. Not too bad. You can adjust the contrast on the screen, and you can even flip the image. Yeah, that's kind of cool, because sometimes you're in a spot where you might be in a weird angle and you're looking at it backwards. You can flip the image around. Hey, that's not too bad. So how is the picture quality? I got aimed on my accessory belt here is some lettering. And wow, that's actually pretty clear. I am really surprised, honestly. So, okay, well, first impressions, this works pretty dang good. For the money, for like 20 some dollars to your door, okay, that's a hard deal to pass up there. That's pretty good. Now on to our second tool. This one, I was a little bit more excited for because I feel like this will be used a lot more than that endoscope. And what's in here? Another user manual that we're never gonna read. But aside from that, we have an electric ratchet wrench. I've been wanting one of these bad boys because I find myself in a lot of situations where it takes entirely way too much time tighten up a bolt because I cannot get a full swing on the ratchet, you know, maybe 1 or 2 clicks, and it takes forever. But something like this, you put it down in there, you tighten it up or loosen it, and then once you get it all the way, you can, you know, snug it up with the ratchet function, or even just using the ratchet function to loosen it and then pulling the rest of it out. The motorized part, it makes quick work of hard to reach nuts and bolts. And so far, I have to say, I mean, right out of the box, this thing works. It even comes with some, you know, okay sockets, not to say I need them, but it's always nice to have, which comes in a 17 millimeter, 14 millimeter, 13 millimeter, and a 12 millimeter. Not sure why they chose these 4 sizes. They are very common sizes, but they could have at least included a 10. I mean, goodness. Right there, negative points. Should have had a 10 millimeter in here. But otherwise, you get the wrench, you get those sockets, and you get another USB to barrel jack adapter charging cable. All right, so let's go ahead and see how our ratchet here works. So we're gonna go ahead and just loosen up these bolts holding on this coolant expansion tank, and let's see here. Without even loosening them up, I wanna see if the motor has enough torque to just undo these or loosen up these bolts here. So let's go ahead and see if it's got the nuts to undo it. Well, I just realized I was tightening it, and yes, it has the nuts to tighten that all the way down. And yeah, this thing's got some juice. Wow. So of course, and you can do it away and then snug it up. Oh, I love this already. So I was excited to test this out right here because this is a very hard to reach area that holds on this oil catch can, but as you can see, it's a little too thick. Yeah, boy. To get in there and get on the nut. But then again, so is a normal ratchet. I usually use the end of a ratcheting open end wrench to undo that, but you win some, you lose some. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, look, it's already worked right out of the box and got some work done. I mean, longevity? Who knows? But for now, it's working pretty good.
3 days later.
So it's been a couple days now and I've got to use the tools a lot. So far, I am really happy. But I think I am the most happiest with the endoscope, believe it or not. I've been having way too much fun with this thing. I've been sticking this in every little crack and hole I could find. And I think I finally ran out of cracks and holes I could possibly put it in. Hey, you want to see my new camera?